Hello and welcome back to another exciting, exhilarating, and thrilling Monday night at Heroes and Hooligans, where we are playing Delirium, our Grim Hollow campaign. And I believe somebody finally has decided who's going to do the recap to let you know what kind of shenanigans this group got into last week.
Yeah. So there we were, bottom of the cliff face where we had gone down to investigate the weird broken cottage. No cottage in sight. Our new friend Scrimmy was there. So we made our way up the cliff face back to the path/road we had been on. I believe Daruk and Plymmy struggled a little bit. Daruk may have fallen on his way up as well as his way down, but he managed to get there eventually. And I think it was on our walk to continue toward the Bone Trader through the mountain pass that we had been told to go and investigate, that I believe Scrimmy told us he didn't really feel like a Scrimmy anymore and thought his name might actually be Plymmy. So together with our new friend Plymmy, we continued on until we noticed a really eerie fog up ahead in the mountain pass that we investigated a little bit. And eventually we found a torch on a pedestal with some dwarvish writing that Daruk read for us that was a riddle, which he and Fiora figured out the riddle was asking for a blood payment, and Fiora, being the leader of this mission, opted to spill some of her own blood than one of her comrades, and a blue flame torch lit up that we were able to use to kind of light our path forward. As we did so, it was very creepy and quiet, and then we found ourselves in a room that had almost like a checkerboard on the floor that was shining the light. We were able to tell there were letters and another riddle here. Only those who know blank. I don't remember the second half, but there was a second half that had second blank that we figured out the answer was only those who know the way can find in, I believe is what it came out to, or something similar. And once we lit up those letters and each of us followed that path, the wall up ahead opened and we were able to proceed forward into the next room, where I believe we had ended, as we all saw 7 or 6 pedestals with different colored stones on them. We each touched them and were afflicted with a differing curse that would only be lifted when one of the others figured out what your curse was. We were able to figure out that Arthur had no choice but to talk over people, and that Pliny had to rhyme at the end of every one of his sentences. And as we were ending, Fiora had started to delve into Celine's mind to try and find Astrid and a way around the curse.
I think the blanks in that riddle were only those of blank know where blank is, which I would have done if I did the recap, but Fiora insisted. I really just should have done it.
Huli, I think you're muted.
Shocker. It wouldn't be a normal game night if I didn't talk muted. Chip's just as bad as I am, so I don't feel so bad. Okay. Yes, that's right, Arthur. You should have just done it instead of Fiora.
I was going to. It's what the viewers don't know is I tried, but...
Well, what sucks to be you is, Fiora, you're going to take a chaos coin.
Well
Riley is also going to take a chaos coin for dressing in character.
I was going...
What viewers should also know is that Arthur is a dirty liar.
Yeah, I was about to come clean to the viewers. I was going to say, before we went live, I was too busy panicking about not being able to do the recap before Fiora stepped in and saved my butt. To ask Riley what the deal is with the outfit. Is that just catering for a chaos coin? Are you?
Who's Riley? This is Loki.
You're right. You're absolutely.
You're ruining my immersion, Arthur.
You're so immersed, it went full circle, and now I see you as Riley again.
You probably have a crossbow about that somewhere as well.
So, one thing that I like to do is if you attempt to dress as your character, I like to give you like a chaos coin to start the game. Don, you should have two because I know you do your bandana thing for Fiora.
I mean, I do a bandana. I don't go all out like Loki did.
Yeah, but it's
That's
still
pretty
like
good.
an attempt to get into your character. So if you do such a thing as a player at my table, if you attempt to dress like your character, I give you a chaos coin at the start of the game. And speaking of chaos coins, for those of you lovely folks in the audience, you have the ability with your channel points to also inflict chaos on the players, whether it's good chaos or bad chaos. You can do healing, you can give them advantages, you can give them random encounters, because who doesn't love random encounters? We have 2 of those in the bank. I'm very excited about that. You can give the DM advantage. You can cancel a crit if I roll a crit as the DM. You can do that as well. So there's several different things you can use your channel points for. You're hanging out, watching anyways. You're accruing them while you're watching, so you might as well use them to create some chaos. We like it. We love the chaos. So, yeah, you don't have a place on D&D Beyond, Don. You're right.
Yeah.
It's only like the 1 inspiration mark. So that's what I say. Because they reset every game anyway, so it's just a paper tally or whatever. So, that being said, let's just jump right back to where we were. I'll play us some music here. Some nice, relaxing music. And you are in the Mountain Pass on the way to the Bone Trader. It's not a room. That's the one thing I'll correct from your recap. It's not a room. The Mountain Pass is so dark, like pitch black dark, that not even Devil Sight is able to really see through it, which that's some kind of crazy magic, right? So you've had different things that kind of come up. It kind of almost feels like, for those of you who have played Assassin's Creed, when you're at the very beginning, or like it's at a loading screen and it's just like that open space where you can run along and whatever, and it's just like open. That's kind of what this feels like. It's just endless darkness around with, the first gate was there, you solved the puzzle, now you've come across your second sort of gate. We could even call these trials, so to speak. Trials. So you've come across these trials as you've gone through this mountain pass to get from one side to the other. And you're at your second one now. Several of you still under your curse inflictions. A couple of you got free. Loki, since you're not Quantum Loki anymore, there is an orange stone that has not been grabbed. Do you grab the stone?
Since I've been dissociating for the last however long in game time, do we need the stone, guys? Do we need this?
Yes, I think. Well, let me think about that.
I've been here the whole time.
Sure.
I just am quizzing you.
It's probably a. Well, is it though? I'm just.
The way ahead is blocked by some magic on the stones.
Now that you've seen all of us pick it up and know that it's a horrible idea, I think we really do need you to pick it up.
All right, trauma bonding it is yet again. I'll grab the stone.
We're good at. Are we? It's just.
Cool. You grab the stone, Loki, and it like sticks to you like Velcro. It's not an infinity stone, as pretty as it looks, and you thought it would, but it's not. Roll me a D6.
A 6.
A 6. Okay. Your curse is okay. Once it loads, that'll be cool. Oh, the rules. I'll restate the rules of this since Loki is now back in action. You cannot, once you have your curse, you cannot talk or act out of character. You cannot talk about your own curse either. So you don't know in character what your curse is, but I will tell it to you out of character.
Gotcha.
Okay. So once you get your curse, no more out of character talking or acting, right? So your curse is going to be that you cannot speak without taking 3 steps backwards first. And you can only say 3 words before you have to take 3 more steps backwards. Okay? That's going to be your curse. All right. Now hold
I
on
do
to that
understand.
knowledge. Hold on to that. Fiora, you nosy, devious, magical little thing, you. You're poking around inside of Astrid, well, inside of Celine looking for Astrid. I believe we had Celine make the wisdom save at a 14
Mm-hmm.
for your spell save DC,
Yep.
which was, I think, a fail.
Let me double check. Correct. I am a 16.
Okay, perfect.
Get in
So
here,
that's
you.
a fail, so you're able to go deeper.
Mhm.
And this was with Celine when this was happening, so Astrid wasn't the forward facing.
Correct. I was technically
So-
casting it on Celine.
Yeah, so as you kind of delve in, same sort of thing happens as before, where you find Celine sort of, or not Celine, but Astrid sort of in that mental cage in there.
Mhm.
But this time there is some, because you're like operating in a mind place, an ethereal,
Right.
you can kind of see waves of magic. You can see that the cage sort of has this shimmering globe of magic around it, and you're not able to speak to Astrid through it. Like, she could see your mouth moving, and you maybe be able to see Astrid's mouth moving, but you can't hear or speak.
Right. And I cannot read lips. So I will drop concentration and she'll look and say, sorry about that. I was just trying to see if we might have a way around it, but it doesn't seem like that's going to work. So, any other ideas?
Fair try, Celine. Or fair try, Fiora.
I don't have to yell over people anymore.
No, your curse was dropped, and so is Plimmy's.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was Arthur saying that. Arthur's just saying out loud. What does that mean for us?
I think we. Well,
All right, so you have to get confused.
I'm not sure, but I need to think about this.
And Loki, do you feel normal? Are you all right?
I feel fine.
All right, good, great. Fuck. Can Arthur roll intelligence to try to get a little closer? It's hard when you know the answer in real life.
You could try to roll. It's one of those ones that it is a harder puzzle, but it's hard in a way that is entertaining. I feel it's entertaining for me, especially watching Don jump around every time somebody says an F word.
All right, well, prepare to be entertained because that's a 4 on the intelligence check. Oh wait, nope, sorry, that's a total of 6.
You know, everybody's cursed.
All right. All right.
I have to.
All right, so when you said what I do, my compulsion, it ended. Right?
Aye.
That seems right.
Yeah, I agree.
So you have to back up, Loki.
Oh, do I?
Are you doing that for fun? Do you?
No.
Okay. Well, I got a 6, so that's about as far as my investigation goes. The trail's gone cold, folks.
Why don't we?
Wait, I've got it. I have it. And Arthur opens his holy book and starts consulting it for answers, and will be useless for the next couple of minutes.
Holy, Daruk, frustrated by his inability to speak, is going to cast Dispel Magic on himself to try to break the curse.
Okay. At what level?
I can cast it at 3rd. That's the highest level spell slot I've got.
Okay. And what does it say? I don't have it open proper, like the whole thing properly open. Because I know there's like a save and so on. And
any
so
spell
forth.
any spell or magical effect of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. DC is 10 plus spells level. On a successful check, it ends.
Okay. So that'll be what, a DC 19 for a level 9 spell?
Jesus fuck, yeah.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
All right. I'm gonna commune with my familiar's mind to try to get help action from it.
Okay.
Need to hit a 14 or higher on one of these die.
Oh, guidance.
That's what I was about to say, actually. Yeah. Hell yeah. So we'll roll that d4 first, actually.
Just absentmindedly
See what
while
we're
I'm
adding
reading
here.
the book. Guidance.
It's a 2 on the d4, so we need to hit a 12 or higher on one of these two. That is a 16 and a 4, making it a 23 dispel check.
Okay. So I will say you're able to dispel it solely on yourself. I'll give you that.
That's all I was trying to do.
Yep.
You,
Sure.
you see Daruk reaches down, grabs just a handful of dirt, looks at it, cleanse my soul, and just shoves a wad of magically enchanted dirt into his mouth and chews it around, mixes all of that magic, binding his tongue onto it, and spits it out onto the ground.
Are you feeling alright, dude?
Ooh, I feel so much better, Fiora.
You just gotta eat some dirt.
And
Yes.
imbue it with incredibly potent natural magics, yes.
Now, I didn't do that, but
No, I figured out your curse for you.
so what's theirs? Fiora, you keep twitching. When
Can I make an insight or a medicine check to try to identify the cause of Fiora's twitches?
I'll save you the roll, and you can. I just figure out that it's some part of her curse. You've got a high enough wisdom that you'd be able to at least identify that much of it.
Alright, the twitch is part of the curse. Let's see,
Oh, that's
what's
good.
causing the twitch? Fiora, darling, are you all...
maybe it's when you say her name, because I said her name before and she did the same thing.
Let's
Maybe
try-
not.
Let's see. Fiora's curse occurs when you say her name, causing her to spasm and cringe.
I think that's just Don's way of looking like pain is inflicted.
Maybe
Yeah.
you got it? I think you might have fixed it. Damn it.
No. Okay.
All right. It
Fuck.
does occur based on speech, though, I believe. Let's see.
It may be the letters in the words we speak out loud.
Loki, what are you heading to?
I don't know.
Loki.
My green screen
Loki,
fell.
Loki, if you keep moving backwards, you're going to have to turn so you don't fall off the edge of the mountain pass. And I'm going to just turn Loki 180 degrees.
Oh,
Well, now he's going to be driving into his camera.
Was watching him shrink into a speck
The
down.
road disappeared.
mildly entertaining
Alright.
to watch Loki knock their
Alright.
green screen over.
Let's see. So it's tied to speech. Is it a syllable count? Is it a number of words?
What if we just took away their speech?
If I
I
knew
don't
what it was, I'd be able to tell you, wouldn't I?
I don't think taking away speech would fix the curse.
Not for Fiora, but maybe for Loki?
Mm,
Well, maybe not, because it says... Yeah.
I think
Not-
he'd still be cursed. The curse just would no longer be effective.
You're right. I think you're right.
All of our curses have been speech-based. Let's see. Let's try this. Fiora, repeat after me. Apple.
Apple,
Bear.
bear,
Cat.
cat,
Dog.
dog,
Eidolon.
whatever you just said.
Fish.
Fish.
Ah. Something with the word fish. Alright. Also cringes at her name.
Fiora,
Fiora.
find yourself. I beg you, please.
Huh? Fish, Fiora, friend. Fix, find. Fiora is pained by the sound of the letter F.
Yeah, you did it, Daruk. Fiora, you don't. Your crystal kind of does something that everybody else's did, where it goes back to floating or whatever, and you're not
Is it
feeling your.
silver? Silver then.
Fiora.
5
Yeah, it's over.
Loki, why are you backing up?
It just feels like the right
Feels
thing
right.
to do.
Almost feels like Loki has to step back a few times whenever he speaks.
That seems right.
That did not seem to fix it, am I correct?
Same as mine, Loki. Every 3 words, a compulsion.
Perhaps
Yes.
you're right.
You're close. You've got 2 parts.
Can
2 parts.
Fiora pay attention when he does it to see if she can pick out any patterns?
Yeah, and you'll notice, like, while you're paying attention, that as you see Riley rolling around, Loki is taking 1, 2, 3 steps, speaking a few words. 1, 2, 3 steps.
So Loki's got to take 3 steps whenever he talks. Got it.
There you go.
Is that so?
Loki, your stone glows and floats back to its pedestal.
And now you. And Daruk gets up real close to Celine. A fine puzzle to be solving.
how close would you say he is?
Oh, it's like, you know the scene in Toy Story 2 where Woody's getting patched up by the repair guy? How big
Oh, so you mean,
his
like,
head looks
very
in
close.
comparison. It's like, yeah, it's like nose to nose with Daruk.
I'm gonna headbutt him just for getting in a pedestal space. So what the fuck do I roll for this? Unarmed strike, I'm assuming?
Yeah, for those of you who said you can't remember Celine's curse, Celine's.
Don't tell us, it makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need to. I was just saying that for funsies. Like, I legit don't.
Does Celine
Yes.
remember Celine's curse? Because I know Kevin had.
I
some-
do.
Okay, good.
No, I
Good.
remember mine. Yeah.
Celine, we can't go ahead unless you
That is
talk.
a 10 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay, so I just gotta like nudge my fucking head towards you.
No, I think you make physical contact, but you make contact with Daruk's forehead, which is about the size of your entire face.
That's fine.
Are you holding each other? What is this, Celine?
Celine, we need you to speak
Celine
so
is
we can
cursed.
fix you.
Selena's the
Celine
headbutt.
is cursed to be violent.
No, that's just how she
No.
always is. What do you mean?
Celine is cursed to have
It was
another
one-
person in her mind or whatever's going on there.
Again,
That's
that was
again
happened.
established.
That was
first.
happening before.
Aye.
Different. All right.
Pre-existing
Celine,
conditions
can you
don't
try-
apply underneath the policy.
Okay. That's
Celine, try just speaking for a while. Just say a few sentences so we can try to figure out what's going on.
I now need to
Celine,
figure out
tell
what
us
I can
about
and can't
your
use.
favorite
Give me a
murder.
second. Fucking brain.
I remember Celine's.
Don't tell us.
Celine, tell us about your favorite murder.
I might need a like word for word recap for what the fuck it is, because I remember I can't use certain things, but I can use other things.
I believe you cannot use
You
nouns.
can't use nouns.
I'll just DM it to you since everybody wants to know the surprise of it. I'll DM it to you. Hold on.
That's fine, because I can use something specific, but there was also like an exception to it, and I was like, what the fuck? We're gonna remember that off the top of my fucking head.
You just
Yep, there you
DM'd me I'm racist against gnomes?
No, I didn't DM you that. Get out.
You can't prove it.
The burden of proof is on the accuser.
That's true. I'm ruined.
Not
My case is shot.
confident.
I give up. I
Isn't
throw
that
myself
what
at the
you
mercy of the
do?
court.
Isn't that what you do? Are you a lawyer or something?
No. No.
No.
No. Thank heavens.
All right. You got it, Celine, right?
Yeah, I got
Here's
the
a
message.
lawyer,
I'm just
not
trying to
as
figure
it
out what I
is. Don't
can
make them a
fucking
lawyer.
use.
You
Oh,
can't talk out of
Google it.
character, Kevin.
I've got an idea. Why don't you tell the story of how we first met?
Right, okay. I met
I,
in a pub.
I will remind you, you is a good word.
Oh, I could use that, right? Okay. I met you at a pub or
I
tavern.
don't think pub or tavern.
You
is
can't
safe.
use pub. Yeah. That's a no persons, places, or things.
Ah, fuck. Can't use tavern then either, can I?
No.
No persons,
So-
places, or things.
So no nouns?
Above the table, yeah. On the table, we have no fucking clue. So
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't talk enough.
Yeah.
I met you in a drinking place.
What kind of drinking
Place.
place?
I think place, unfortunately, is also in it.
Off.
You might just have to trail off in places where Celine can't find a way to order it or something.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like the magic stoppers your tongue at that point, I'm guessing.
Okay, well that just without place then, because it's all I can think of.
We met at a pub. I don't know why you wouldn't just say that. What happened?
Oh, wait a minute. Daruk, so we've ascertained this has all been speech related, right?
Yes.
I'm going to take out my journal and find a blank page and hand Celine an inked quill and the page. Celine, write down what you're trying to say.
I write down "we met in a pub" and see if it works.
Please read this
Does that work?
out loud.
Well, is Celine able to write that first?
Yeah,
does
that's
the
what I'm
magic
asking.
stop
Like,
you
I'm
from
writing
writing
it,
it
but
as
I don't
well?
know if I can
Yeah,
actually.
you can write it. You can write it.
Aye, Loki's got a good idea. Now read it, like he said.
We met in a drinking.
Alright, so you can't say pub. That's a bit odd and specific.
Can you
What's
say
your favorite thing
other
to
places?
stab?
Huh?
What's your favorite thing to stab?
The fact that this is your password recovery security question. Harrowing.
In response to that, all she can do is just point at everyone, and then herself.
Maybe you can't say things that start with P, like pub.
Nah, she just said tavern if that was the case.
Shit.
And she could be saying people, but I mean,
Oh,
if it wasn't people, she could say dog, cat,
To be fair,
whatever.
Fiora, a pub and a tavern are two very different places.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
The curse has to do with distinctions.
If I'm
in
honest, I don't
ambiance.
remember most of the night when I'm in either of them.
How long do I have to wait before I can roll another intelligence check and try to be helpful again?
You could roll another one now if you wanted.
Nice. Thank you.
Are we all rolling this with disadvantage from Celine's reticency to speak?
That's
To
not
die.
a yes.
Again.
That's an 11 for me. Not the best.
And what is it you're trying to investigate?
Trying to pick up a pattern in Celine's behavior to try to understand the curse.
Okay. 11 is okay. It's above average. I just don't know if Celine has really talked much of enough to ascertain
Not enough of a-
more information than what you already have figured out. Obviously, it's speech related. Celine is Celine and isn't a chatty bitch as it is.
Do I have
Not enough
friends?
of a
perhaps?
base to ascertain it from. I'm just going to look around at everyone. Should I just try to do the same for Celine as I did for myself? It will be the last of my most potent magics, but
I think we can
Yeah.
retain it.
If I'm honest, we've solved most of them without the magic, and I'd rather you have that in case the Bone Trader gives us any trouble down the way.
Who knows how many trials there are? Celine, just I suppose recite any to talk about the day we met. Talk about our first mission to get demon blood.
we could do the same as we did for Fiora. Repeat after me.
He
Celine,
just
repeat
fucking
after
gives
me.
a thumbs
Apple.
up to Daru.
Apple. You can't say apple. That's an apple.
Can I? Okay, she says nothing.
Repeat after me. Apple.
Well, Celine, if you're not going to cooperate with him, we're never going to figure this out. All right?
Hold on, don't think they're
Aardvark.
first, for God's sake.
Huh?
8.
Oh,
That one's a verb.
I thought you were saying the fucking number 8.
All right. 8 works. It doesn't have to do with the length of the words, perhaps. B. Buzz.
Buzz.
All right.
No,
No apples, no aardvarks, no bees.
Celine, can you say
8
blood?
and buzz.
Blood. No, I can't.
No, you can't.
What about
No.
bloody?
Bloody.
Huh.
Caring.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. Hang on.
You would be able to say caring.
Oh, caring. Yeah.
Just caring. Domesticity.
That's a no.
I don't think
Is a
most of
noun.
us could say that word, Daruk.
The fuck?
I think several people in this party may struggle with that word.
I can say it.
Aren't
I
you
can absolutely say it.
Aren't you a practicing archaeologist, Loki?
Anthropologist.
He can't even say his own job.
If I could try my approach in the linguistic sense, Celine, what languages can you speak?
Languages are proper nouns.
Are they?
Yes.
They're a specific thing. They're not describing.
Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Elvish, Elvish, and Halfling.
But what if she said the abyssal language?
I think that's a noun.
So she'd have to say language.
That's fair.
When you common is a what, Celine?
Me no say.
It seems Celine can't address things. Which we all
Hey.
do.
I'd agree with
What's
that.
it? Can relate.
What is my name?
Okay.
Cannot name a person. Cannot speak a thing. Could
Alright,
not
so-
name a place with the
What
pub.
does Loki and blood have in common? And a pub? How are these related?
Loki, blood, pub, bees. Apples, odd box.
She's just standing there pouting with her arms crossed.
I'm going to guide Loki to see if he's able to figure this out.
I mean, Celine should have been able to say my name, as names are proper nouns.
Uh,
I think proper
Could be
nouns
all
are off the
nouns.
table.
Oh,
Yeah.
proper nouns off the table. Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
All
it's
nouns are
pro-
off the
it's-
table?
yeah,
Yes.
it's
all-
pronouns.
Oh, I'm
only.
lost. I'm lost.
Yeah. Above table, Celine is pronouns only.
Oh, I was genuinely solving the puzzle. I
With
I
the
had no idea what
exception
was.
of Thing and Jack in the Box.
Mhm.
Oh.
God, don't throw that caveat in there, Huli. We
Oh.
cannot. Wait, I have an idea. Say Jack in the Box. No.
What's your favorite restaurant, Celine?
What's your favorite place to grab bad snack tacos at midnight?
Only in
And
California
if your
when you're
answer-
stoned.
If your answer's anything other than Del Taco, you shall be hung.
What's your favorite 1982 John W. Campbell Jr. movie, novelization movie?
Deep cut. Damn.
Takes a knife out, stabs herself.
Oh, that was the curse.
I mean, it seems like Celine can't say names, right? Names of things, names of places.
Mm.
Do you? I think Daruk looks at Fiora and makes an insight check to see if Fiora knows what a noun is.
I was just wondering if Arthur knew.
I think Daruk and Loki are the only people who've had any sort of possible classical education here.
I feel like Arthur used the glamour to try to sneak into school at certain points in his childhood because he was interested, but it lasts for an hour, so I feel like that's
Caught a single English class on
Yeah,
the topic of
exactly.
noun, specifically doesn't know about pronouns, verbs, nothing else but nouns.
I know intro to nouns so well.
All
On a
right.
19 insight, does Fiora know what a noun is? Not
That would probably tell you that everything Fiora learned, she has learned, essentially taught herself. So whatever writing and reading she has, she taught herself to read and what sounds and letters are, but the concept of sentence structure, nouns, pronouns, verbs is not a thing to her. She's like, What does a pub and an animal have in common with Loki?
Possessor, Daruk is the only party member who knows their letters and numbers, and he knows so many letters and numbers. Daruk has 6 languages.
Wait, Loki's
Loki-
educated too.
Loki has 5. The core trait of my background, anthropologist, is adept linguist.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Ogrish get 2 bonus languages just to start with.
So an
On top of
adverb
common.
would be spoken bloody, or an adjective, depending on how you use it.
Yes. Oh, and it seems. Celine may not speak nouns.
There you go. Celine, your stone goes to the pedestal. The lights switch from the pedestal to the path to, continuing the path. There's 6 of them, so they kind of separate a little, and there's just your path right there. You could walk right on through.
Oh, thank fuck, I can talk normally again.
Alright, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what half the words you two just said were, but it fixed the problem, so that's all that
I didn't even know what it now was before this.
See that? You learned something. Maybe we all have a little something to thank the Bone Trader for.
I scribbled down a note in my journal. Take linguistics class as a team. We're back at the wardens.
I think Daruk just habitually looks over everyone's shoulder at what they're writing. Oh, I taught one back in my day. Do we want to do one on High Valakin?
You know how Valakin?
All I
Do you not?
understood there was high and something.
Well, I have not lived anywhere near as long as you, be of proportion or general length.
I was just curious. And no, it's odd comparing ogrish lifespans to. I'm only like an 1/8 of the way through my lifespan. So for a human, that'd be like 10. But I'm fully matured, have been for a few years.
I don't want to speak for the captive children. Far be it from me to put words in their mouths, but I feel like they might want us to save them, folks. We probably got a few more
Yes,
trials.
we should
up
probably
ahead.
keep moving. Keep moving.
I agree. I think this school talk can continue on later.
Although if the next thing is like a math problem or something, we're done.
We're cooked.
Yeah, Daruk is not good at math. No.
You head on, right? You head on down the path. Fiora still at the front because Fiora has the torch. You go on another, 50, 60, 100 foot or so, same as before. And you come across Fiora. The first thing that comes across the front of you is a wall of water where your path stops. It's more, I would say more like a curtain of water.
I wish Linder was here. Any of you got any specialties with water?
I have
Like
one
liquid.
thing, but again, it's one of my highest magics.
Again, I kind of just want to put my hand in it.
You can.
Fine,
just
okay,
wanna
I
walk
woke up and put my hand in it. See what happens.
Yeah. So you stick your hand through, Celine, and it feels like a very thin curtain of water. Nothing happens when you pass your hand through.
Then I'm just going to continue stepping through it.
Yeah, so you step all the way through.
Can I pretend to scream out in pain just to piss up? Just like
You
fucking
can
vibe
do
it?
you can.
What would that be? A performance check?
Deception, I'll say.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, I'm
I have
Daruk's
zero charisma,
instantly
so-
making a medicine insight thing.
Yeah, that's an 8. It's not going very well.
It's
So
the same
Celine
bonus to
screams-
medicine and insight for me.
I think
Nat
so.
1.
Well, you got nothing. But Celine screams, so you're like, wait a minute. Daruk is immediately like, as the person who is medically inclined, is like, oh, what the hell is happening?
Daruk instantly burns a first level spell to gain some mutation points, mutates gills onto himself. You see wide open like slits open up in Daruk's neck as he dives into the water to pull Celine out, steeling himself for the worst.
When you go to dive in, Daruk, you realize like as soon as you go head first, it's only like maybe a 2-inch thick at the most curtain of water, and Celine is on the other side.
Just laughing at you.
I think we see Daruk haul off for the first time. Daruk punches Celine in the face.
Well, I don't.
That's a private moment for you two.
And he's actually not. This is a primal savagery punch. This is poisonous, like dripping claws sprout out of Daruk's hand as he, having wasted the access to this magic that could have healed somebody. Celine's not in Daruk's good books here.
I don't usually allow infighting, but I did allow Celine to try to headbutt Daruk. So Daruk, if Celine accepts, then I will let you go ahead and make your punch.
Cool with you, Celine?
As long as the players are good.
That is a 25.
That'll hit me, yeah.
A nat 25.
Man, guys, it sounds like it's getting a little violent over there.
We'll let them kill each other.
12 acid damage as Daruk's fingernails lengthen and begin to drip.
All right.
You do not take injury in a place as dangerous as this. You do not.
Wait, hang on, is that acid or poison?
Who could have used acid?
Fuck, so I don't have resistance to that. Okay.
There are people who could have used this magic that I spent to save you for aid.
Well, to be fair, you should have just poked your head in before you decided to turn yourself into a fish.
I will be having long words with the commander when we return. About your
Ooh.
suitability.
Daruk's telling Mom.
Hey, suitability aside, are we good to come through?
Yes.
You're fine. I was just taking the piss.
Yeah, and I'll follow through.
Okay. Yeah, you just walk through. It's just a little curtain of water. It gets you a little wet when you walk through.
Haven't we been enlisted for like 6 days?
Yes. Yeah.
I can't do this.
I will note that Fiora pointedly is the last one across and like has to steal herself before she does.
Is it noticeable?
Probably. Like
I mean-
I don't. It's not like minutes. Like once everyone's over. Like, but I think anyone with above like a 12 insight probably can see her like deep breath before she steps through, and sort of like almost reminiscent of the curse as she steps through the water.
And yeah, I think this is the first we're really seeing Daruk, even as an animal, be animalistic.
Yeah, any sort of really anger from Daruk.
Look, I hate that we just had to learn as much as the rest of us do. I understand this is a frustrating ordeal. Tensions are high. We don't know each other very well yet. A lot has gone on in the last few days, but let's just get through this, kill some fuck that's dumb enough to call himself the Bone Trader, and move on to the next thing.
Daruk's gonna, after delivering that blow, hand Celine his one potion of healing. Drink it.
Fiora, I will note when you step through the water extinguishes your torch.
Ooh. there's
Yep,
puzzle.
that's kind of why part of why she didn't want to step through. Fire and water don't mix.
Once the last of you is in, some normal sort of torches, like tiki torches on posts, kind of light in the area. You see there's like a pedestal that has a place for your current torch to slide into. And there is a table at the back side of this little area in the lighted part. There's a table, and on the table there's 5 goblets. and there is also 5 barrels sort of in a semicircle. And in the center of the semicircle, you see a floating orb of water. And inside it is another torch similar to the one Fiora was carrying. And it is lit with this, sort of teal green, fire. If you've seen this puzzle from me before, no, you fucking haven't. Just saying.
It's okay. I don't have any memory of it. I actually don't think I've seen it before.
Fiora will put the torch in like the stand that's available for it.
Okay. When you slot your torch in, this sort of like ethereal voice plays, like "Help us, Obi-Wan, you're our only hope" sort of voice, and it plays and it says, "To swim and live, in each one is grown a drink and a fish, to each his own."
Mysterious voice that sounds like the stereo at Waffle House. Could you play again, please?
Any chance we can also get
Fiora
it?
Fiora
It's
put
in the
our
chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
Was
Thank
it there?
God.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think Daruk's still got these gills, so you can breathe water. Just try to grab it. Swim through and grab.
In the
I mean,
floating
if you want to try.
Yeah, I figure
but
if
most
gravity's
of these
canceled on the
things-
water, maybe it's canceled on whoever's in the water too. That's where Daruk's at.
I mean, you can try, but most of these things seem to be pretty clearly bent on forcing us to solve them the way they want us to. I tried
Daruk's
to
going
use mind reading, it
Daruk's gonna
didn't work.
Daruk's gonna run up and try to jump into the water.
Okay. Awesome. Are you watching the encounter builder? Or
No.
above VTP?
No, should I be? I can, no problem.
Cautiously opens above BTT.
Yep, that's what we're all doing.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
Oh, it
Oh,
rolled
we're
it
back
to
on the forest. We're back in the forest. Oh.
All right, hold on. Let me make sure this rolls to everybody so you can see. Let me re-roll it. Be lucky.
When it loads.
Get out of here, dice.
Oh
Go away.
no. Oh no. That's a lot of damage, isn't it? I'm
You
scared.
ready?
That's a lot of damage.
You ready? Oh Lord. Oh great heavens.
Yeah, go for it.
10d10.
Mine still isn't fucking loading.
You're going to take 55 bludgeoning
Daruk-
damage, Daruk, as you try to run into this,
Daruk's down.
like, this sphere of water. As Daruk tries to run into it and to grab the torch, you see these sort of tendrils whip off the sphere, and they sort of, like clubs, batter down on Daruk, delivering him 55 bludgeoning damage, and that knocks Daruk down.
Okay.
Fiora will rush forward and.
Was that one attack or multiple? Because that might have knocked me down. And
No,
worse,
it's
I failed
just
the
one.
Death save.
1 in total, 55 damage. It's just multiple arms
Oh.
delivering sort of one blow at a time.
We
Okay.
do have a chat heal too for Daruk.
You did get a heal from the chat, I just saw it,
Wow.
which is a level
Shit.
appropriate healing potion, so whatever standard healing potion is. That.
I think Fiora still rushes forward and dumps a cure wounds into him, anyways.
That's fine.
Alright.
So you'll take 8 from Fiora heals, and then whatever your
And
other
that's,
healing.
that's another 9 from the healing. So
That
that's
sounds-
17.
don't have any good spells.
Magic. I hardly know her.
So we just run into a giant sphere of water and got bitch slapped by it. Good times.
And how
Does
many
any-
other?
Investigate the barrels or the table, maybe.
Sure, I'll go look at the barrels. I want a drink.
No.
I
Lee
didn't hear
says,
that part of the description.
yeah, there's 5
I
barrels
do
in a half circle around this watery sphere, and then there's a table behind that with 5 goblets. sitting on
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, I'm probably
Sorry if
the
you
worst
missed that.
person to do this. But fuck it.
You want to investigate the barrels, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Worst person
So
to
you-
do this, but fuck it, it's barrels.
You can walk up to the barrels and you can look inside of them, and you see each one of the barrels contains a type of fish. One barrel has catfish, one barrel has trout, one has pufferfish, one has salmon, and one has guppies.
Guppy.
And there are only 3 of each of these fish in the barrel.
Right, okay. That doesn't help things at all.
Can I go over and look at the goblets? Are the goblets empty?
The goblets are full of liquid, each of them.
Different liquid?
Different liquid. One of them appears to be sort of like a blood red color. One of them is sort of a bubbly amber color, and it is bubbly, like carbonated. One of them is more of like a caramel color. The next one is more of like a ginger color, and it is also bubbly. And the very last one is like a bright yellow.
I want to drink the red one.
You want to take a drink of the red one?
Yeah, just like a handful if I can.
Yeah, you just like a little sip of it. Go ahead and roll me a history check to see if you can remember ever tasting this liquid before.
Sure. When it decides to fucking load. History. Oh, minus fucking 1.
Okay. So
That was.
you don't know for certain what kind it is, but I'm assuming Celine has drank wine before, and this tastes
likely.
like some sort of wine. You're just not exactly sure what kind it is.
There. I think
I will tell you, it has a sort of coppery aftertaste to it.
It's blood wine.
Yeah, it is blood wine. You're right, Celine.
Fuck yeah.
Can Arthur pick up the catfish and put it into the goblet with the blood wine? Does it even fit?
Yeah, you can. It's like
What
a
happens?
fishbowl sized goblet, you know?
Okay.
He swims around inside of it. Just a happy little catfish swimming around.
No change in anything, though.
Do you think we got to put a fish in each of them?
I don't know, man. Fiora, I'm just
Most likely
really-
we have to put the right kind of fish in the right type of liquid.
I mean, or dump the liquid in the barrels. I don't know which way it'd go.
Try one way and
You're
if
just
that doesn't
gonna
work,
throw up
try
a
the other.
detect magic as a ritual while
Yeah.
this is ongoing after being healed.
What were those
Okay.
types of fish again?
It's
Catfish.
a catfish.
Trout, pufferfish, salmon, and guppies.
Thank fuck someone decided to write that faster than me.
I figure I worked as a captionist for 10 years. I might as well use the skills, right?
And you identified one of the liquids as blood wine.
Ooh, sweet.
And when Arthur put the catfish in the blood wine, nothing bad happened.
Oh, nothing bad happened.
But nothing
Nope.
good happened either.
Once detect magic's up, I think Daruk is looking around to see what, if any, of the objects in this room are not magical.
Pretty much all of the stuff there is. You've got some conjuration magic from the flames. You've got whichever kind of magic it is that does wards and seals. What is that? Abjuration or something like that?
Yep.
You've got that kind of magic. And you also can detect a hint of necromantic energy. But every the barrels and the goblets seem to kind of radiate that. But it's not like an overpowering radiation. I don't really know how to describe it, but maybe as a trigger, a necromantic magic would be triggered if something was to go wrong or be wrong. Sort of thing. Does that make sense?
And when he turns to the watery sphere,
That's the one with the abjuration magic on it.
great.
Does Daruk, do you tell us that, Daruk?
I think Daruk's contemplating for a second.
For sure.
Honestly, Daruk's went from pissed off to dying to embarrassed.
Over
Now
the
he's got
matter
a
of
new puzzle.
seconds, so... While he's contemplating that, can I jump to the next drink and try it?
Yeah. The second one, the more like amber fizzy liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you immediately identify this. I know you drink it quite regularly. It's a beer.
Oh, sweet! So blood wine, beer...
Mhm.
What the fuck is the next one? That was the caramel colored one you said?
Kind of caramel colored, yeah.
Cool, I'm just
And
gonna
it
try
has
that one.
if you sniff it first, it smells like cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
So you're going to take a drink of that one too?
Yes. I'm just gonna drink
All right.
all of them, see if I can identify them.
Straight
Sure.
up fireball.
You can roll a history check to identify the type of specific type that it is, but you have probably tasted this before. It is a type of whiskey.
Ooh, I will
Fireball.
try and identify it specifically.
History,
When my
you can.
fucking
Or you
face
can even
decides to
roll
roll.
identification, investigation. If that's easier for you. 5.
Either way,
Yes.
it'd be a -1. Wait, hang on. I have a bonus I can add to fucking that. When you make an ability check that uses a skill, roll a d6 immediately after. Okay, I will add a fucking d6 to that. It probably won't can do much. No, that's a 6 for an 11.
Okay. So you're able to figure out it's some kind of whiskey, and you're picking up the very cinnamony, like spicy cinnamon, not like apple pie cinnamon, but like red hot cinnamon flavor to it.
Spicy
When-
whiskey, got it.
When
Fireball
Fleur sees
whiskey.
Celine tasting, she'll pat her on the back and give her a guidance for the next couple.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck that. Next one! I want to get drunk! It's not that it's going to do out to me, to be fair.
This is the one that's like fizzy and ginger colored.
Okay. Where is it? Fucking investigation. Fuck it.
Like
It's
yellow,
exact
like
same.
the meat of a ginger root, or like ginger, like red
Yeah.
hair ginger?
Oh, that is a 0 for my investigation. What do I get from guidance? It's a
D4.
D4.
It's
D4.
like
D.
the ginger root kind of color.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't think guidance is gonna help on that one. I'm gonna be honest.
It's a 2,
Yeah.
so I'm going to use another one of my fucking ability things to get something else. That's a 4 in total. I don't know what the fuck this is.
So when you take a sip of it, you get the flavor of ginger. It is a fizzy carbonated beverage, but you don't taste that alcohol taste with it.
So it's not
Good
like
one.
ginger ale. Fuck. I'm just gonna
Ginger
go on
ale.
the last one.
So you've got blood wine, you've got beer. I think Daruk identified Fireball, which is a cinnamon whiskey, if we're not being on brand. Celine, you've identified ginger ale. You just have one left, which is a bright yellow color.
Cool.
Like better, like not a pea yellow color.
I was about to say, I hope Celine drinks piss here.
After all the,
I mean,
the
to
last
be
of us
fair,
was piss.
she wouldn't complain.
That'd be such a good
Just let me-
setup.
Just let me drink it.
Yeah, so you're going to take a drink of the last one?
Yes.
This is easy to identify for you. You've had this before in your travels along the way, even though it's not necessarily your favorite. This is lemonade.
Yeah. Guinea ale, because I forgot to put the G. I'm good with that.
Arthur,
Blood
why,
wine, beer, fucking whiskey, ginger ale, and lemonade.
Arthur, why do you put the catfish in with the blood wine?
Well, as we've gone down the list, I'm being convinced more and more that it was just a really lucky guess. But my line of thinking at the time was catfish are carnivores, which upon more thought, more of these fish probably are. And blood wine, I don't know, but it could be about a pairing thing, in which case I'm going to be useless because I have no sense of taste.
Can Daruk make a cooking tool proficiency check to see what the correct pairings of these would be?
No,
like
that defeats the purpose of you solving the puzzle.
culinarily. No, culinarily.
As someone who likes to cook in real life, this is killing me that I can't help with this.
I don't know anything about cooking. I just wanted to drink.
Yes, don't you always? And Daruk's going to walk up and begin to share the information that he's picked up with his detect magic. If we get it wrong, the necromantic
flip it
effect
off.
will trigger.
So the catfish was right. But like I said, I think I just had a lucky guess. So I don't really know where to go from here.
Hey, Arthur, luck is merely the world rewarding us for being bold.
Well, the world rewarded you with a bunch of tendrils of water a couple seconds ago, but I will keep that in mind.
Daruk is going to take the puffer fit. Daruk's going to tell everyone else to back out of the room.
I'm just gonna stay exactly where I am.
I'm going to cast
Hey,
guidance
no one
on
tell me
you
what the
before
fuck
I
to
do.
do.
I'm not walking through the water again. It's not happening.
Well, you can
Well,
back
what-
up past the barrels if you'd like, on the other side of the barrels, if that would make you
Yeah.
feel better. I would say it's
Daruk's
probably
going
like
to-
a 25-20 space that you have here.
Daruk's going to put the puffer fish in with the whiskey.
Well, it's just kind of like when you pull it out of the water, it gets a little scared and it inflates itself, and it's kind of like flapping around. And then when you put it in the,
It's all right,
Whiskey
darling.
there.
It's all right.
it kind of like deflates and swims around happily, and it doesn't die.
I'm an idiot. Daruk's going to drop detect magic and start ritual casting speak with animals.
Don't they
he's
have to
doing
have an
that, I wanna grab
intelligence?
something, but I don't know what.
They
Is there
don't.
some, like,
That's what I'm
They
saying,
can
I'm
just
not-
they can just talk about things that they can understand.
Blub 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 blub, fish food. Blub 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 blub.
They can respond to questions. And I'm going to I'm going to lean down and stick my head into the water with the trout. Hello, friend. Is there another liquid you enjoy? And if there is, could you tell me the color?
It's yellow.
I don't know. I don't want you to cheat your way through the puzzle, Chip. Cheater, fish talker. Okay.
I'm so sorry for using my class features.
Exactly. It's not exactly cheating. You just didn't
No,
think of it.
I'm trying to think, like, what would a trout say if they had to answer the question of, do you like other liquids? Trout swim in water all the time. I'm not sure trout even know that there's other liquids to swim in.
Well, that's why Daruk's
Because
asking
does
this
it tell
trout
you
if
know
it
what a
knows
liquid
any
is?
other liquids it likes.
You just opened up a whole new world of conspiracies for that trout.
What the f is a liquid?
There's other
You just-
liquids!
The Rook just
This
became an
trout
eldritch
just
horror for this.
experiences
thing.
existential crisis, realizing that, you know, the water that it lives in isn't the only water that exists, and there's other liquids aside from water. So it's a only thing I know about swimming in is water, the fish says.
All right. Thank you for your aid. We'll see if we can introduce you to something else soon. Would you like that?
Sure.
Wonderful. And Daruk pulls his head back out.
Now, Daruk, how did you get whiskey with the pufferfish? Was that a pairing thing?
Yes. Traditionally, it's more of a. Traditionally, the pairing for pufferfish is more of a. Not a flavored whiskey like this, but a whiskey or rice wine. I also figured pufferfish are venomous, and that's the most vile drink I could think of. So
I don't know.
Oh, I
What
can't
was
say
pretty
that.
vile.
Actually, no, Fireball is vile. Whiskey's great. Fireball is vile.
All right, so what's
I'm,
next? You two seem
I'm,
to have an idea of what's going on, at least.
honestly, very lightly educated guesses.
That's where I'm at. Could I
I mean,
roll
if you
a-
want me to take an uneducated one, I can.
We're all...
I thought perhaps the guppies would go with one of the non-alcoholic beverages.
Try the lemonade.
Could it be
That's what
age
I
of
was-
the fish? Could it be the age of the fish compared to how long the drink ages?
I mean, do you know how old these fish are? Because I don't.
Should I try to make a nature check to see if I know that how old each of these fish is?
Cut them in
Or is
half
that
and
cheating
chop
the
a ring.
puzzle?
We are not carbon dating these fish.
I would say you
That's
probably
surprising she didn't
figured
even have
out
prepared.
with your detect magic, with the conjuration magic in the room, that these are like magically conjured items.
Okay.
So
What color are the guppies / all guppies?
silver.
Guppy.
They can be multiple colors.
Okay.
Yeah, guppy is just a generalized term.
Yeah, they're
Usually
like
it's referred to
fish.
minnows.
Perhaps.
I still feel like it goes with the lemonade, but I have absolutely nothing to back that up with. It
Why?
just feels right.
Why don't we try gathering?
Would you like to take the
information?
dance?
Yeah. Wait, what were you going to say, Loki?
Why don't we try gathering information? Because it could be that nothing happens to the fish until one is placed in every goblet. And to that end, I would say, why don't we try moving the pufferfish from the whiskey to any of them? I suppose beer, if anything, to see if there is anything immediate, or we have to solidify a guess of all 5 goblets.
Be my guest. And
Okay.
Daruk's gonna back away past the barrels.
Again, just staying where I am.
Loki will go up and I suppose his water skin's probably empty by now, so he'll use it to grab onto part of the pufferfish safely and transfer it from the whiskey to the beer.
When you put the pufferfish in the beer, it swims around for a minute and then it rolls over and kind of floats to the top. In a way
Right.
that a
Good
fish
job. You just killed it.
I've also given us an immense amount of information.
I.
I'm
So
gonna
I
look in the
don't-
barrel and see if there's another pufferfish.
There's 2
yeah,
more.
there's 3 per barrel.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
3 per barrel. Gotcha.
I'll
Do yours.
I don't know why I thought it was 3 drinks, like
Go
3
ahead,
of each
Loki.
drink.
no, I was just saying there's 2 more pufferfish. I mean, we got 2 right, correct? Because we got what did we get right? The catfish.
Yeah, catfish in the blood wine, and I'll pop another pufferfish in the whiskey.
Yeah, when you put
Fiora-
it in the whiskey, it lives.
Fiora's gonna arbitrarily grab a trout and put it in the beer.
It lives. It swims.
Yeah, right.
All right.
No, of course.
Guppies to lemonade.
They live.
Salad to
I-
ginger ale.
I
And you put the salmon in the ginger ale and it lives. And once you put the final fish in its goblet, the watery sphere kind of opens at the top and slides down about halfway where you could reach in and grab the torch.
Fiora will do that. Daruk has bad luck with this orb.
Yeah, last time we touched it, you got bitch left.
So Fiora
Yes,
will grab it.
You reach in and grab it, and like as you pull it away, you see like a shimmer to it, Fiora, similar to the one, and the only reason I'm going to say you recognize it because you were just in Celine's brain. The same sort of silvery shimmer that wrapped around Astrid seems to sort of wrap around the top of the torch to protect the flame. Because you have to go through the curtain of water on the other side to go out. And as you pick up the torch, the path lights on the back side of the table. The torches on the tiki torches go dim and it kind of empties out the space around you. And there's another curtain of water on the other side to pass through. And the path shines through the curtain on the ground in front of you.
Fiora approaches and just stands there staring.
Fiora, we have to move along.
I don't see any of you moving through. What if this one is acid?
Fine, I'll walk through again.
Give me that.
Oh God.
Celine, if you walk through, nothing happens. You can't see anything on the other side. It's pitch black. You can see just a little bit of the path lit up from where the light shows through the water a bit.
Okay, then I'm just gonna, like, without turning around, just sort of just reach back and grab whoever's nearest and just pull them through.
That?
Arthur, no!
Yeah, if it's Arthur you grab and pull through, then Arthur doesn't get hurt. It's just another 2-inch curtain of water.
Fiora, I have a spare hand free now that my staff is broken if you'd like me to carry the torch.
Sure, go for it. She'll hand it over.
And Daruk will take the torch and step through.
As you step through, Daruk, you don't get any wetness from the water. As the curtain of water comes down, and where it would normally touch the top of the torch, it kind of like cascades down the side, and you're able to walk through, and you don't get wet. But Arthur, you got wet. Celine, you got wet.
I think noticing it stopping the water, Daruk's going to stand there for a second and gesture Fiora to squeeze past.
And she goes through. And hopefully doesn't get wet.
Now, just like a drop on your shoulder from where you tried to squeeze past Daruk, because Daruk is large.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Daruk is filling the space. It's not a comfy squeeze.
And you
Okay.
see, when you get on the other side, you can see a bit more of the path now as Daruk's kind of standing there in the curtain.
Loki, are you coming?
Oh yes, absolutely. I didn't want to interrupt the omnipotent voice of God. Well, if there is one.
You hear them too?
And I think Daruk looks back into the room, hands the torch to Fiora, and then just goes and dumps each of the goblets into the appropriate barrel so that those fish can try a new liquid.
They disappeared when you grabbed the torch, when Fiora grabbed the torch.
Gotcha.
All the
gotcha.
stuff went away.
You think
Daruk,
if
you're
any of
coming
those
back?
were remaining, we wouldn't have tried to steal them?
Yeah, if they disappeared, which Daruk would have noticed, I just must have missed it out of game. I'll go through.
I did said it, but you might have didn't hear me. I have trash can Wi-Fi, remember.
I have trash can ears, so
And we're all just trash can people.
Agreed.
Welcome
Speak
to
for
Grandpa.
yourself.
Off on the glowy road we go.
Yeah, so you continue down the path, and about, like I said, about another 50, 60, 100 foot. You don't know the distance, it's dark. And you get down to this path stops at this sort of cylindrical pillar that has a wide circle stone slab sitting on the top of it.
Daruk's going to look around for any of that dwarven writing here.
You're going to look on the slab for any of the writing?
Just like look around the area, see if it's on the pillar, see if it's on the slab. How tall is this pillar?
Probably about 4 foot tall.
Okay. I don't know why I was picturing like floor to ceiling pillar with a slab on top. But yeah, Daruk will look on the slab.
Yeah, it's like a circle pillar, like a cylindrical pillar that has like a wide, flat, circular concrete disc on the top.
Almost like a pedestal or like a round table.
Or an altar.
More like a bird bath or a sundial.
Gotcha. So it's like there's a depression in the center of the...
Kind of like a low,
Slab.
like a very low wall. It's like not a very steep depression. But when you look down at it and you're looking for the writing, Daruk, you see that it's not words written, but around the edges of the circle are the numbers 1 through 30, 30 being at the top and then 1 being next to it. And as you kind of stand there looking at it and the light from Fiora's torch kind of lights it up for you, the first number lights up, the number 30, and the ground around you starts to shake.
Oh, I am fucking pulling my axe out immediately.
You're muted.
Do the numbers seem like they're lighting up in reverse? Like 29 lights up next?
Yep, and as the next one lights up, not only does the room start, it's not really a room, but it's the area you're in, as it kind of has the tremors starting, the low tremors in the ground, they get a little more intense. And for the first time, you're hearing actual sound in this place, and it sounds like rocks are sliding.
Avalanche.
Every
Everyone
second,
move.
Do
Where
we see?
exactly do you want us to move to?
Backwards. Saved. I don't know.
What else
Not
is in the
here, we
room?
don't
I
have-
do. Sorry, go on. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go for it.
I was just gonna say, can I do a quick perception check to see what else is in the room?
sure.
It's not great. That's an. Oh, it's actually pretty good. 16.
You look around and there's nothing. I will give you, with your 16, I will say, like, if you turn around as Daruk says we should back up, you see this sort of shimmer behind you, almost like a magical barrier.
There's a barrier behind us. I don't know if it's keeping us in here. I'm gonna move to the barrier and put my hand against it. Is it stopping me from exiting?
Yeah, you can't go through it. And you get a little zap, 2 electrical damage.
Oh.
And I'm sorry, can you clarify for Fiora one more time what's in here other than the numbers that seem to be counting down?
Nothing.
I'm gonna touch the pedestal. Does the pedestal twist or move, or can it be manipulated at all?
It doesn't. But you notice that the numbers are ticking down like once every second. And once every number ticks down, it seems like the rock sliding and the tremors get more, and they feel like they're kind of falling down around you.
Anyone got any ideas?
I know cure wounds.
And Fiora's trying to jam the torch wherever she can, thinking of the last room, if there's anywhere on this pedestal she can put it.
No, there's no slot for the torch anywhere.
And there's no holes in the ceiling. No other egress other than the one we came in. Which
No,
is
you're
not-
in like, remember you're in this mountain pass, so it's like this wide open black space. You haven't seen a ceiling. The only thing you've really seen is a floor. No walls, none of that. Just magical barriers and such along the way.
I guess
We're basically in a trench in the mountain.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I guess Fiora will try and start running forward if we can't go backwards.
Yeah, I'll follow.
You want to run forward?
Yeah.
All right. You smack into a magical barrier and you take 2 lightning damage.
Daruk's gonna sit on top of the dial and begin to meditate and pray.
Yeah, so like as it
and I
ticks
think-
down, it goes like 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. And it seems like the lower the numbers go, the more chaotic the sort of rumbling is. The ground sort of shakes. You can hear the rocks sliding, so on and so forth. And it's just ticking, 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 down, down, down. And you're sitting there meditating.
And I
Are
think
you
everyone
watching?
can hear Daruk's. No, Daruk's full eyes closed, and I think everyone can hear him praying. Gabriel, least of the seraphs, you who love those low and below all, hear my prayer. I love you, my dear, and I'm sorry I won't make it home.
10,
So
No,
we're
it's
hearing
not
all
calm
of this sound, but
emotion.
is there anything actually
7,
falling around us?
6. Yeah, there's like rocks falling. I assume you're kind of like trying to keep from getting hit and so on.
Fiora casts calm emotion so that no one panics.
Sure.
Where's time to do that?
4,
I would like to
3.
rage.
2, 1. The path lights up in front of you. An archway opens in the blackness ahead of you, and you're able to see sunlight on the other side.
So we're gonna kill this guy, right? We've decided that.
I mean, we were sent here, he's kidnapping children. When was that ever up for debate? That was always the plan.
Okay, all right, all on the same page. Good, good.
Who puts an earthquake simulator before the exit of their extensively strenuous puzzle sequence?
Someone who wants those traveling through it to panic, thrust themselves against the barriers until they die.
Create some dissension in the ranks, maybe.
Someone
We
who
should at least have like a
thrives.
pit of spikes, or let us reset the timer. You know, we
I-
could've just had to sit here for 30 seconds and suffer.
That last one's a bit odd, yeah. I mean, if you made it that far, like, I assume you're not going to be dumb enough to just throw yourself at a wall and then you just get through for free.
Well, some of us got hurt,
Rock-
so
You know, if that
The
was a
rock-
real
the rock
tremor,
slide
he
is a
knows
tip.
we're here now.
I think Daruk looks at Fiora say, we wouldn't be dumb enough to throw ourselves against a wall and get electrocuted right after throwing herself into the wall and getting electrocuted.
But I did it once. I'm not going to keep doing it, obviously. I accepted my fate and faced it calmly.
They did stop, yeah.
well, let's go kill this
Okay.
guy, and I'll start down the path.
We'll follow.
Damn fucking right we will. This motherfucker's gonna die.
Yeah, this guy is the worst.
So everybody goes out on the other side of the path.
Yep.
I think so, yes.
Cool. So you see on the other side of the path similar statues to how you saw at the very beginning of this mountain pass. And as well as you see a place to put your torch. But Fiora, once you all get through there, standing sort of near where the torch is, you see a crimson red copy of yourself.
And no one else sees this, just me.
Oh no, you all see it.
Just
Am
a
I going-
crimson red
You didn't tell me
Fiora,
you had a twin.
or a crimson red all of us.
That's a good question.
You all see the same thing. I just say Fiora would probably
Okay.
notice it first as the torch bearer.
Okay.
I'm not going crazy. I'm looking at myself, right?
Just
Yeah.
say the word. This bitch is dead.
Color
Hang
doesn't really
on.
work for you.
Look at this thing and see if it's made of blood.
You can.
Any check involved in that?
Whatever you feel is appropriate.
Medicine?
Sure.
I'd probably say perception, because if it's blood, it'll probably look like blood.
Didn't one of us
you
sacrifice
walking-
blood to get us in here?
Are you walking towards it, Daruk, or are you staying where you're at and doing the check?
I think Daruk's learned his lesson with that watery sphere and is staying back.
I think
I'll
Fiora
probably
probably
take a
takes a
couple
couple
steps
steps
towards it.
forward. Yeah, Fiora will walk forward, but cautiously and not very close, just very slowly taking a step forward at a time.
I am right on your ass doing this. I'm not letting you do this by yourself.
Yeah.
That's a 25, by the way.
Okay. You definitely know it's made out of blood. I need a DC 16 dexterity saving throw from all of you.
Ooh, I get an advantage on this.
I'm gonna
I get
use
plus
one of
2
my
to this.
things. I'm gonna use both of my things. And still fail.
What's my
Okay.
first one?
If you do not pass the dexterity saving throw, you will take 29 fire damage as this sanguine copy of Fiora shoots a fireball at you. If you pass, you take half damage.
Which
It was
is-
how much?
29 on a fail.
So
And
Daruk is down to 3
14
hit
for the
points.
rest of us.
cool. So here you go. We're going to do a thing.
oh fucking hell! I
How
will
dare
take
you
that.
use my favorite spell against me before I get a chance to use it?
Boom, bitch.
Two can play this game.
Jesus fuck.
I see. What do we got here? Fiora, Celine.
Daruk got a 4.
So Celine first.
Oh fuck yeah!
Loki next. Arthur and Fiora, who has the higher dex mod?
0.
Mine's 2.
Okay, so Arthur first. Fiora next. And then last is going to be Daru. Okay.
Daruk's about ready to die again, guy.
Yeah, Arthur's also quite hurt.
Fiora is barely standing.
Okay. So you have this sanguine copy of Fiora here in front of you. This is a good time for me to say to you again. The key is found within your hand. Use the key to paint me red. Be aware of what you spurn, for what you give shall be returned.
Fuck.
So, Sanguine Fiora has flung a fireball at you. Celine, you are first in initiative.
Time to bring it out. I would like to rage. Straight away, I'm not fucking pissing around with this thing. Oh. And it's a new type of rage because I changed my subclass. If I remember correctly, I get bigger. Yeah, I do. Face of Rage. Starting at 3rd level, when you enter Rage, your features distort and your body swells such that your appearance completely changes. Creatures who don't witness your transformation and have not witnessed it in the past do not recognize you. I grow 1 size larger, so I'm considered a medium, so I'd be large right now. I don't know what
Yep.
that benefits
Yep.
are.
That's awesome.
Big.
So I'm a big fucking angry Hulk, technically, at the moment.
And all
How
of your
far away
friends
is this
have seen
thing?
Rage before, so that's not something new to them. This same thing. It's the same size as Fiora.
No, how far
It's
away
an-
is it?
Copy. Probably about 30 feet.
Oh, I can fucking make that. Yeah, I'm rushing straight up. I think.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna take a swipe at it with my axe. See if it does anything. That is a 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Okay, cool. Slashing damage. That's 7 damage on my first attack. And then on my second attack, that is a 14 to hit.
Don't forget to add your rage damage.
Oh, that's true. How much is that again? Wait, if
2.
I'm rolling damage on Beyond, doesn't that do it automatically?
Nope.
No.
Me
Whatever my
curious
last
if
damage
this thing has
Plus
my
2.
AC.
16
well, then
hits.
that would be
And 14 hits.
okay. Well, that's 7 damage plus 2 for my rage for my first hit, so that'll be 9 damage. And this is another 7 damage with my rage bonus.
Okay.
And then that is all I
Total
can
16.
do, because yes.
Okay. Let's end the turn for you, Loki.
I mean, how much room do we have to work with here? Like, is this just like a field?
You're on the other side of a mountain pass, so it looks very similar to where you were before with the path, and it's like rocky and the trees and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, then I will bonus action dash and get far away, like to a tree line or cover of some kind, and very not clustered with anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And just take a shot with my crossbow.
Sure.
A 13 to hit.
Does hit.
That will be 13 total damage. And that is my turn.
Okay. Arthur.
Okay. Now, the way everybody's positioned, all of our blood copies, are they all within 15 feet of each other?
Just one blood copy. It's
just
only
Fiora.
Fiora.
Oh, it's just Fiora. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. In that case, I think I will... as a bonus action, I'm going to look at Blood Fiora. And anyone looking at Arthur, you just see the paint just run off of his eyes as if it came into contact with like a solution of some kind. And I need Blood Fiora to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Is this a charm or something like that?
I don't think it is technically, but I would definitely call it something like that.
I believe, is this your Eldritch Domain feature?
Yes.
It's not a charm effect at all.
Sweet.
And you said what save?
Wisdom.
Seven. So it's a fail.
7. That is going to be a failure. In that case, I need you to roll me a D8, please.
Got it.
What?
4.
4. Okay. 1, 2.
Just gonna have a conversation with Cthulhu.
For the next minute, the creature is distracted by visions and voices and has disadvantage on attack rolls and perception checks.
Amateur, distracted by the voices in your head.
I know. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast my spiritual weapon. and I'm gonna say it just looks like a huge length of burning wood.
I believe you already used your bonus action. For
Oh,
that
you're
yeah.
absolutely right. You're
And
right. Never mind.
Don't you need to? I think you need to cast a spell on it to use Eldritch Contagion.
Is it a spell, or I think it's just?
I think it's when you cast a spell with a spell slot of first level or higher that targets a creature, you can use a bonus action on the same turn.
Oh, you're absolutely right. In that case, I should cast a different spell then.
You got this.
All right. Then I'm just going to cast a inflict. Oh no, sorry, that's too far away. I'll cast Hold Person on it. Could I get a separate Wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Thanks for saving me the spell slot. That's what I was going to do if we got to my turn. And I
Gotcha.
was still alive.
Well, we'll see if they pass or not.
Is Hold Person a charm spell?
You know,
it
it's
is not.
Okay.
Paralyzation.
That. Which means when I attack, I get an advantage, if I'm correct. Or is it a crit?
I got an 11.
No, everybody.
That's a fail. You are held. And then that'll be my turn.
Yeah, held.
Fiora.
And this
Fiora's gonna kind of put out the flames that are on her and look and say, you're just a parlimentation. Let me show you what the real thing can do. And she's gonna cast a fireball at it.
Oh,
And because it's paralyzed, she automatically fails the save.
Oh, I love to see
Yeah,
it.
go ahead and roll it. Roll your damage. Also, Celine, make the save.
No.
That is accurate.
Ooh.
Wait, Celine's in front of it. Wouldn't you be able to position it far enough back to only hit it?
I could. I guess in Fiora's mind, Celine also, I believe, resists fire, and I believe has advantage on this.
I don't resist anything except bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing until
Oh.
level 6. Which sucks, but I could probably take it. But it's
Celine
up to you.
seems like the type of barbarian that you target with your AoE spells.
the
Yeah,
die
I
has
don't
been
give
cast.
two shits about it.
I do think
Unless it-
barbarians get some kind of like danger close thing that
Yeah,
you have
danger sense. I get
advantage
advantage
on.
on deck saves, so like I mean I can still make it. So
Yeah, and
throw
it's
it fucking at me,
26
it doesn't
fire
bother me.
damage.
Right, so I'll roll my fucking 2 deck saves then. See which one's higher. Oh, that's a 9, so that's not gonna help. That's a 17. I don't know if that helps. 17's my highest, so
It does. That meets
Oh,
that
sweet.
beats because I have a 16.
So you do half
Okay,
damage,
cool.
13.
You take 13.
better than out.
And Fiora's gonna make her way. You said I'm about 30 feet away, so can she make her way all the way over and with her object interaction put the torch on the pedestal?
Sure.
And then that'll be her turn. So she's like right next to Celine and held Fiora.
Fine with me. You put the torch in, the torch goes out, but Sanguine Fiora is still there. Daruk.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just saving for.
Yeah, Daruk's just gonna run up and primal savagery this thing.
Advantage, auto
Attack with
crit.
advantage. Oh my god. It's not auto crit on paralyzation. It's just advantage to hit.
Oh,
If you're within
but I
5
just rolled-
feet, you are.
I thought that was only for incapacitated.
Any attack that hits a creature is a critical hit if you're within 5 feet on paralyzed
hell yeah.
creatures.
Well, those were 2 nat 20s on the advantage anyway. So
Holy
it's
shit.
hell yeah.
That's meant to be.
That's 1 in 400 chance.
Damn.
Yeah, let me grab 2d10 or 4d10 for a cantrip.
Double damage, not double dice.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take that. Probably would not have rolled a 9 and a 10 on those last 2 dice, so that's 38 damage. Does this thing appear to be being wounded by our attacks?
This thing's always bloodied. What are you talking about?
Exactly. How can we tell if there's a difference?
If there's less blood flowing, maybe. It's like
There's
getting
no
thinner
blood
and patchier in
On
spots.
us, on the floor.
Daruk killed it.
Hey.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
That'll
I mean, I
do.
guess if it's just Fiora, that makes sense.
Yeah, that was, I guess, odd. I don't know what did it say at the beginning, Daruk?
That which you spurn to you shall return. The blood you spilled has come back to bite us in the ass. Or at least it tried to.
But you can't copy the original and expect it to be as good.
And Daruk's gonna use his last 3rd level spell slot to cast Healing Spirit. And just stand in it for a bit.
Okay.
Anyone else need healing? While we're here?
Yes, I am almost dead. I suppose it's worth noting that I only got 1 spell left for the day.
I'd hold off on it, Arthur. I
Yeah.
may have some to spare.
Okay.
Because Healing Spirit stays for a minute, and I get 2d6 around since I cast it at the 3rd level.
Oh, and you can use it on other people?
Yep, whoever stands in its space.
Oh, beautiful.
On second thought, Fiora's gonna convert all 5 of her sorcery points into a single 3rd level spell slot.
14,
You got it.
I'm just gonna like casually open a portion with my giant hands.
21,
I'm gonna breathe really hard and use second wind.
32.
I'm going to paint eyes back on my head.
All right.
36. Yeah, 36 is good. So I think I still have 5 rounds of healing left. Let me check the log to see how many times I rolled that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So if you want to pop in there and get 5 rounds of healing, Fiora,
That would be dope.
Plus-
cool. I'll roll you 10d6.
Yeah, just
Or
go
here,
on.
I'll roll them one at a time. I'll roll them
Just
one
roll
at a
it
time
out.
to see how many.
I'm missing
Oh,
like 33 hit points, so if you're rolling
Okay, yeah.
10d6,
I'm missing.
That's what I was thinking.
I have.
Yeah,
Just
I'm also
over-
at 4 out of 32. I can heal myself a
Oh,
little.
I'll split it up. I'll give 3 rounds to Fiora, 2 rounds to Arthur then.
Okay.
Okay, I can heal
So I'll
people
roll
too.
66 for Fiora. 20.
gets me back to 30 out of 43. I take it. Thank you, Daruk.
Nice.
And then I'll give Arthur another 46.
Thank you.
Not as good rolls on that one. Still some. 12.
Plenty.
All right.
And I'm going to do some cure wounds if anyone needs it. I'm giving myself one. Shout it out if you want it.
Sure, fuck it, give me one.
Okay. Let's see. D8. Celine, that's 5 plus 5, 10 for you, Celine.
Sweet, let's put them on our fucking head, I'll take it.
And 9 for me.
66.
So while you're all healing up, who's doing like the look around kind of stuff, kind of seeing where you're at? Loki?
Yes,
I'm
me.
Loki. He's
Okay,
a
look.
little scout boy.
So everybody gets on the other side of the path, and your friends are doing some healing and such. It's a very small tree line, and the path doesn't go straight from here. It kind of curves to the left some. And as the trees, I would say probably maybe 30 foot of it is tree line. It's very small patch of trees. And the path curves back towards like the mountain face. And you can see just off in the distance of the path an old dilapidated cabin that kind of looks like it's, it's falling apart, half missing, so on and so forth.
But not the same cabin as before, right?
Nope, it doesn't look the same as before.
Arthur will walk up to it and knock on the door. Whatever this is, let's.
I
You're
think
just
that's a
gonna leave
long
your group?
walk.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna say it's probably
That's
a
like
good
in the distance.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
misunderstood. Sorry. Yeah, Arthur just leaves.
I don't know if the traps would have alerted them to our oncoming, but this may be our last chance to rest before we confront the traitor.
I
Do we think
agree.
It might be wise to.
No, you're right.
I'll keep watch.
After we just spent everything healing ourselves, I think a night's rest would be good, even if it is only a short one.
Somebody give me a survival check to see if you could find a safe place to set up camp.
Okay, I'll do that.
Fuck yeah,
since
I'll guide
I'm
myself.
with it.
Okay.
Take your guidance, Celine.
Okay, cool. I
and
need it.
Daruk will also make it and guide himself.
Sure.
I really did
One
not
more.
need either of those.
One
No.
on the D4. 26.
Yeah, he
Okay.
found it better than me.
26. Yeah, so you find a spot, Daruk, in a little in the copse of trees there. If you kind of like look around in there, you find like a little place that seems to be completely surrounded by like trees and like the bramble and the thicket, where you could put up a tent and such. Maybe not a fire because you don't know if it's too close to alert anybody, but it seems like you could, be enough out of sight if you put your tents there.
Yeah, I think actually on a 26, would you allow Daruk to make like a lean-to out of the native branches and stuff that have fallen instead of a tent?
Sure, you could
Try
do that
that.
if you didn't want to pitch a tent. If you just wanted to kind of twist the
that.
branches and such.
Yeah, I kind of want to try to blend our sleeping or resting place in with the cops.
You could absolutely do so. I'll say you absolutely can. So you'll be able to stop for the night and get an 8-hour short rest in. And that's where we leave it, because you're awful close to the Bone Trader. So next week when Clemmy is back, then you'll be able to head on. Because I think, if you remember correctly, and I might not be remembering correctly, but they did say there was a dilapidated cabin near the Bone Traders. And the path seems to lead right to the cliff face. So, yeah. Go ahead and set yourselves up for a short rest, and we'll call it a night.
Trade some bones.
All right. Before we say goodnight, does anybody have anything they want to plug for this evening?
Come check us out on Thursday nights where we play Gilded Destinies, our game set in the world of Eberron. We're having a great time. Our party has just fled the trial/execution of their dear friend Jolly Porter, and is soon to see what awaits them at the Festival of Fury.
Yeah. Thursday night, 6:30 Central Time, and we'll be doing some awesome shenanigans. And then we'll see everybody back here, hopefully, for Monday. There was a lot of you here tonight. We're happy to have you. There's been like 20 viewers on this whole show, so that's been pretty awesome. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate you. We hope you enjoyed our shenanigans, and we will see you all next week. Goodbye and good night and all of that other signing off the air shenanigans.